Welcome to the Quantum Time Traveller, where we journey beyond time and space to unlock the universe's deepest secrets. I'm your host, Emma Bushell, and together with my co-host, Susie Edwards, we'll guide you through channeled experiences and soul truths, revealing ancient wisdom and higher dimensions. In episodes, we'll also welcome invited guests to share their own spiritual revelations and cosmic insights. Prepare to expand your mind and elevate your spirit as we uncover the mysteries of existence. This is the Quantum Time Traveller, where the universe speaks, and we're so excited for you to join us on our journey. A very big warm welcome to all our listeners and viewers for this episode of the Quantum Time Traveller with Susie Edwards and myself, Emma Bushell, that we are going to go on a journey today to the northern waters of northern Bali, actually, where I visited in February, to talk about it'll probably be disclosed today, but the unexpected water portal, sacred site portal that I uncovered happily swimming in the waters of northern Bali. So with that in mind, we're going to go there, and Susie's going to navigate me in full channel, and let's disclose and reveal what's needed at this point in time.
Okay, so Emma and I have just come into channel and we are experiencing some amazing things. So I'm going to let Emma explain a little bit more about what's going on to give you a little bit of an idea of what we go through as we are connecting in with these journeys for the Quantum Time Traveler.
Yeah, we have had people actually coming forward now and engaging with us about what they have also experienced on our transmissions, because they're becoming so key and specific at this time of humanity awakening that actually we're now bringing forward very key elements of history revealing itself that needs to be revealed right now in this time of awakening. So we've come into channel and we've done that separately to the podcast for reasons of protection, and also reasons of, at some point we will offer this facility where we can all do this within a group. Awake is official on Facebook group, which is free at the moment to come into. However, we will be facilitating this with our viewers and listeners who wish to come in on this journey with us, to open up to these transmissions with us live. So please write in and give your expression on that and join us. However, coming into channel now, both of us receive our differing gifts, and for me, I've come in to receive as the Oracle, the High Priestess of Atlantis. And what that means is that, in truth, my soul's journey, or an incarnation of my soul in a previous existence or a previous dimension, whereas in fact it's in dimensions that are still running. This is still running somewhere in that program of dimensional state of being, if you believe in that. But we do, because we're working simultaneously in our soul's journey. And that is actually being experienced for me as the Oracle of Atlantis, as the High Priestess. And I'll just hand over to Susie what she's experiencing, and I've been able to navigate with her what her role is in this journey right now, live here on YouTube and on our podcast.
Amazing. So
What are you experiencing, Susie?
I am experiencing so much right now. I feel so powerful. Like I can change, create, alchemize, protect so many different things all at the same time, right? Alchemy, magic, sorcery, like it all just feels so connected, right? And I could also feel two different gateways, like I'm in the middle of this gateway, or two gateways, I should say. So I'm going to let Emma explain a little bit more about these gateways and what she can see. Um, I'm here to protect them, most definitely.
And what gateways are these?
One is the Atlantean gateway,
Okay.
and I feel one is the Egyptian gateway.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so it'd be good to see how these correlate.
Okay. So what I'm picking up psychically from this, I'm just being channeled this now as you're relaying the information because I can see it in my mind's eye, is that there's two stargates.
Hmm.
And there's two stargates into parallel realities. And the parallel reality is one is Atlantean, which is the stargate into Atlantis,
Yeah,
and one is Egyptian, which is the stargate into the parallel reality of Egypt. And you
amazing.
hold that frequency, you hold that state of being so that you are protecting and allowing and not allowing into those gateways, into those stargates.
Hmm.
And that is your role here in this moment.
Wow.
Because the correlation between the two, we'll find out in this episode why that is needed. But I know I'm fully in the Atlantean at this time, at this right now. I'm sitting in the whole hub of Atlantis as an oracle. It's almost like I'm plugged into Atlantis
Hmm.
as a completely embodied frequency. Um, and I'm like a hub. It's almost like I'm the central point of it.
Hmm.
That's my feeling in my body. And you're the gateway of the stargates that come in and out of parallel realities between those two um amazing Egyptian and Atlantis.
Yeah, interesting.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to let you get fully back into channel so that we can see where we're going today, what needs to be revealed today, and perhaps how our jobs, as they were, um, are important in this time, but also in parallel lifetimes as well. So
So
we know,
perhaps take us into the waters of, or the experience of going into the waters around Bali,
yeah,
because I know that's a very significant part of this podcast today.
absolutely. Absolutely. So I'm just going to check in and check who we're talking to and if we can get a name. So who are we talking to today?
But what I'm feeling in my body is that I am actually it comes up like I am like the main system or the main, I get the word mainframe of Atlantis.
Okay, I got the same word.
Did you?
Yeah.
I'm the mainframe. I don't know what that means, but I am almost like the pillar, the whole structural foundation of that system. And the system being the whole mechanics of the structure of that system is in a portal in the waters of a star portal, and it runs deep underground, sorry, underwater
Hmm.
through a portal system deep within the core of the earth.
Okay. Can you take us there?
I am there.
Okay. You're there.
Oh, I'm already there. Sorry, folks. But it's almost like, right, I am this, ooh, it's like energetic, cylindrical, almost cube-like structure. So there's cylindrical structures in it, and there's a cube around me going deep, deep, deep within the underwater system into the Earth's core. And I am embodied in that frequency to hold information relative to Atlantis.
Amazing. So, what information needs to come out at this time?
Atlantis holds a water technology. It has a core structure. It is unseen because it is underwater, but it runs deeply through the system of the Earth to preserve hydrogen as an energy-free resource. And it has been there for thousands of years to provide hydrogen energy to the world in a system of water technology that is found in the waters of Bali.
Okay. Can you take us to the waters of Bali?
This was an initiative that actually was put in place to save the earth from itself, from mankind. Um, this is actually for an evolution, an ecology, an energetic system that we will need to tap into to survive on our planet. The waters that it is within is a star water portal that has been put there by Atlanteans, by star beings, star races.
Okay. Why is it important? It's coming up now.
Because of climate changing, because of the infiltration of corruption of mankind to the earth
Hmm.
through negligence, disrespect, misuse, economy, exploitation, and sheer disregard for the earth as a planet. The earth is a consciousness. It is living and breathing.
Hmm.
We forget this,
Yes.
and there will only be so much time to preserve it.
Okay. So, what's the correlation between Atlantis and the ancient civilization that we found last week?
Because they both hold information technology innovations far beyond our existence of consciousness, far advanced technologies, and they both run parallel to how they are fueled and activated.
Will they work in harmony as and when needed?
There are many technologies underground, underwater, that have been strategically placed before our existence so that we can activate them.
Can you take us to the Stargate that's underwater at northern Bali?
Yeah, so this is a dimensional portal where there is another reality of existence where you can access this consciousness because it was an active portal of information and well-being and civilization to the world of Atlantis, which is actually in the northern waters of Bali,
Okay.
not anywhere else that has been already told about.
Okay, so this is a new discovery.
Yeah,
What do we need to learn from this portal?
this is an active civilization that has memory and coding that is responsible for the preservation of our Earth. It holds technology far beyond our advanced, far beyond and advanced that we have no idea about.
Hmm.
However, it's a systematic water innovation technology system that kicks in when the Earth is in crisis or we need to save it.
Okay, is there anything that needs to be revealed now that can help us to save Earth before we get to this point?
Pete,
Is there anything that needs to be revealed now that can help us to save Earth?
this is an awareness system. This is an awareness factor for intelligence to reach the right people to understand there are systems that are under water and in the earth, and to understand that this is happening for us.
Mhm.
And united, we can raise our awareness to alleviate the pressure of the earth. The pressure of the earth, it will be seen as natural weather systems causing chaos, whereas the frequency or the pressure of the earth is a direct symptom of why the earth will be going through huge changes. This is happening now.
Okay. And is it activating any other portals as this is happening?
They all work simultaneously. They work as a system.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Have you, no, sorry. Are there any light codes that we can activate within ourselves to help?
Light codes come in form of awareness,
Hmm.
in the form of opening our eyes and our hearts to what we are living in rather than what we're hating people for.
Can you describe what this portal looks like?
I see a huge dark portal in the ocean bed that goes far down into the earth. So far, I can't see it. And the pressure of the earth itself will herald this new technology so that it can alleviate the planet
Hmm.
to survive.
Amazing. Okay, so I want to just go back to the Atlantean or Atlantis. Were star beings involved in Atlantis?
They are star beings.
Hmm. Okay, any particular race or planet?
Races.
Hmm.
All
Okay,
race, all star races.
including the Anunnaki.
Yeah, the Anunnaki were facilitating the preservation of it.
Okay. Okay, and at the time that we discovered the Anunnaki at the pyramids, were they teleporting between Atlantis and Egypt?
Stargates are teleportation
Mhm.
links.
Yeah.
It's that's how they run.
Hmm. Okay.
They just run on intelligence on a frequency.
Yeah. Okay. So was Tutankhamun also in Atlantis?
Yes, because they still exist.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. So what is the significance between the two, Atlantis and Egypt, that could really help us to understand our part in helping to heal Mother Earth?
Repeat.
Okay, maybe the question was a little bit complicated. Can you explain more about the link between Atlantis and Egypt and why they're both so important?
Because they hold technological advancement to save the planet
Hmm. And how can humans tune into that technology?
by awareness, by by this transmission.
And what are our next steps?
What man wants to do. Otherwise, it will be enforced.
Okay, interesting. So we have a period of time to take notice Otherwise, the technology will automatically be activated.
Yeah, but what comes with that is chaos within Earth.
Hmm. That makes sense. So, how can we bring more awareness to this?
There will be a natural portion of man that wishes to search for more purpose in terms of loving each other, loving the earth,
Hmm.
loving the planet and what's within it without material gain.
Hmm.
And it's in this area of awareness there will be many, many people wishing this existence for a different way of being in a world that is needing advanced technology.
And that's what we're just starting to experience now.
The Earth is not ready yet. The people on Earth is not ready yet
Hmm.
to experience this form of advancement.
Okay, what can we do to help?
It's not a matter of that, it's a matter of when
Okay.
it's going to happen.
Hmm. And do we know when?
2029.
Okay. Okay. Is there anything else that you'd like to share with us?
The matter of peace.
Hmm.
Peace resides within you, but most people think they have to have peace as a destination.
Interesting. Interesting. When will we discover more of these technologies that have been hidden?
When you disclose the revelation movement
Okay, and how do we disclose the revelation movement?
by these transmissions,
Okay. How can we bring more awareness of these transmissions?
these will naturally become areas of concern in our planet,
Hmm.
and these will naturally be found in the right hands with people.
Fantastic. Okay, is there anything else you'd like to share?
Just be kind and be at peace with each other. And open your awareness to these transmissions that will become evidential.
Fantastic. Fantastic. So I'm going to give Emma a chance to come out of channel as and when she's ready to do so, because we're going to go on a human journey to North Bali.
Gosh, that was right through my stomach.
I can feel it. I can feel it. Let's give you a second to just come back because I know there's more that we want to find out about the portal.
Okay.
Okay, so few weeks ago. You were in Bali
I was.
and
Yeah.
you found a portal.
Yeah. I had an experience where I was swimming in the sea. I'm being very integral with this location because I value the Balinese and their land and their well-being for exploitation of this information getting in the wrong hands. And I was swimming in waters very happily, and I received information through my source, through channeling, through the conduit of water, um, to get and find a boat like you do. Um, and the boatsman would know where I needed to go. And me being me, I always challenge spirit. I always go, come on, you really? And I only had a very limited time because we were moving from that location whilst we were traveling through Bali, uh, visiting sacred sites to uncover land codes and frequencies that have been forgotten. That was my mission. And um, I got out of the water and I went up to a boatsman who happened to be right there on the water session. This is no lie, right? And I went up to him and I said, can you take me out on a boat? I need to go somewhere where there is a underwater area or something I need to see underwater. Now, this person just looked at me, very limited English, but he knew exactly what I was saying. And apparently, literally 10, 15 minutes from where I was stood, round the coastline where I was staying from, was a pyramid. It's called a pyramid spot. And it is an underwater temple. And he knew exactly what I was saying with very limited information. That was as literally as I said it. And he said, we go now. And I said, well, hang on a minute. How far? My human just kicked in. I can't, how do I do it? And he goes, well, you get in and you snorkel. Now, I haven't snorkeled since I was a kid. And I was thinking, firstly, I'm going to get on a boat with someone I don't even know. Secondly, is where am I going? And thirdly, is how am I going to snorkel when I haven't kind of done this? I didn't think about anything else actually, but I just knew I had to go.
Mm.
So I literally, no cameras, no nothing. I went completely free spirited, trusting the universe, trusting this boatsman. And we went out to an area of deep sea. And he literally said, there you go, off you go. And I got in the water and I started swimming in an area that was extremely the most beautiful of color of waters, the warmest that I can actually give you is like being in a warm bath. And the colors, the vibrancy of the colors was just phenomenal. The fish was like finding Nemo fish. And I was given an X. Now the X, I had no idea. They just said, look for an X under the water. So there was me snorkeling around. Thank God I had flippers on because I thought I was going to drown. It kind of kept me there. And honest to God, this is what happened. I was swimming along and in the water, under the water, I could see an X. Now the X was a starfish. Literally an X. That was the starfish, and it was in the brightest cobalt blue that I could
Wow.
envisage. I didn't even know starfish were that color. I didn't even know why I was shown an X, but that was the X I was meant to go to.
Mm.
And I was told to starfish, can you believe this? Starfish myself over the X point So I was in direct line with the X of the starfish, and I was in direct line with the X of the starfish.
Oh, wow.
And I just said, I'll be having a laugh. This is ridiculous. Like this is something out of Tomb Raider. Like you're on a PlayStation. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
what on earth? And honestly, I do say this because I think this is seriously nuts. Here I am, starfishing it with snorkels that are steaming up, And I thought, well, all right, then let's have a go. Now, little did I know that the year before this, I was asked to go to float tanks, like you do. But
Mm,
underwater, the breathing that I was experiencing in my float tank started to kick in to receive the information that was channeling through me in that
wow.
in that moment. It was a memory of breathing. It was a different type of breathing,
Mm,
which I'm looking into at the moment within this area that I've experienced for my work. But it then the information came through, and the information that came through me, I just couldn't believe what I was hearing and experiencing all at the same time. And for me, it blew my mind because I was told that I was actually over the portal of Atlantis
wow.
at that moment. And now that was mind blowing because I literally could not believe the information. I felt it all through my body. I felt I understood exactly why I was there.
Hmm.
I knew that it was a soul's incarnation of being in Atlantis.
Hmm.
And there I was in the middle of the water, practically drowning with emotion and trying to think, how on earth am I going to get out of this water when I'm emotional? Because it was a moment of clarity,
Yeah.
huge, enormous information. And where do you put this stuff apart from obviously on the quantum time traveler?
Traveler. Yeah.
Like we're doing now. But this is a huge responsibility. It is also working with the integrity of the land of Bali because it can make or break that.
Yeah.
But that is the information, and that is where Atlantis is, and that is where there's a water star portal, and that holds information technology far beyond what we can comprehend.
That's incredible. I mean, to be starfished
I know,
in the
right?
sea,
I mean,
in the
do you
middle
know
of the
what I mean?
ocean.
Would you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah. I mean,
And you
the
think,
things we do for spirit.
this is the information. This is for the rise of humanity. This is for awareness of what's happening. This is for the greater of us
Mm, yeah.
in times of evolution and generations when we're long gone.
Mm,
This information is critical to find and preserve and understand our planetary system that is failing
yeah.
because we are failing it as
Yeah.
man, as man.
100%. 100%. So we've had some really interesting information come through
Well,
today.
we shall go back and look at this because have been people that are now writing through that it's affecting them. They're actually experiencing awakening symptoms of resonance, of understanding what we're talking about, but not just the information, but it's also they are actually feeling awakened by this transmission. And if
Yeah.
this is happening for you, this is when you need to come in and share this, which are people are sharing in our group, Awake Official, which is found on Facebook. It is a free group. And people are coming in to actually now experience what they are going through when they're receiving and watching our transmissions.
Yeah. It's amazing. Absolutely incredible what's coming through. So do let us know. Do come in and share.
Yeah.
When we're going through awakenings, it's so important to have a support team.
Yeah. And also, we'll be going on to other places. Now, I've been called to travel again to other portals in and around Indonesia. I have been, my work isn't finished there at the moment, but this is with everyone in mind to support and understand this journey. So if you want to come on board with this, this is what's happening in our podcast. This is why we're relaying this information so people can follow this and understand
Yeah.
and relate to it. Because loads, pretty much 99% of people originate from Atlantean soul incarnations.
Mm,
Fact.
yes.
It's fact. That is that. Whether, whatever you believe,
Yeah.
but there will be a resonance with this and other transmissions that we come in with a frequency that we're coming in with it,
Yes. Amazing.
i.e. our voices.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Another incredible journey.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
transmission,
Yeah.
journey. It feels like a journey.
Well, I feel like I went on a massive journey then, and it was in
Yeah.
water and out of water. So yeah,
Yeah. Amazing.
yeah. Thanks for navigating.
That's okay. I can't wait to see where we go next time.
Okay, so I think we're done. Until the next time on the Quantum Time Traveler, thank you so much for joining us. We fully appreciate your amazingness that keeps us going with the transmissions that we're holding and the right information getting to you at the right time. And yeah, we'll see you and hear, you can hear all our stories again, our journeys of the universe revealing itself at this time.
Amazing.
See you then.